Now we present Herbert Marshall as The Man Called X, the Saturday night feature on NBC's five-show festival of comedy, music, mystery, and drama. Brought to you by Chesterfield, the only cigarette that combines mildness with no unpleasant aftertaste. The cigarette that brings you Bing Crosby and Bob Hope. By RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, first in television. And by the makers of Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia. Herbert Marshall as The Man Called X. Wherever there is mystery, intrigue, romance, in all the strange and dangerous places of the world, there you will find The Man Called X. Whoa, hold everything. Here's a couple of old friends.
Now here's Chesterfield's answer to Cyrano de Bergerac. Bob Hope.
I'd top you easy, Dad, but we only have a minute here to sell Chesterfield.
Okay, well, let's get to it.
Better tasting Chesterfield is the only cigarette that combines for you mildness with no unpleasant aftertaste.
The mildness is a cinch to prove. You just make the Chesterfield mildness test. You know, open a pack and enjoy that milder aroma. Then smoke them, and you'll know that Chesterfields are milder.
And Chesterfield leaves no unpleasant aftertaste. That fact has been confirmed by the country's first and only cigarette taste panel.
So make our cigarette your cigarette. The reasons go together like this.
Chesterfield, Chesterfield always takes first place. That mild tobacco never leaves an aftertaste. So open a pack,
Give 'em a smell.
then you'll smoke 'em.
Over most of the earth at this time of year, men begin looking forward to the end of winter, begin sniffing the air for the first faint signs of spring. Much too early, they begin repairing trout rods, poring over seed catalogs, planning vacations, and longing for the joy and freedom of an outdoor summer. Or at least they did these things in times gone by, in the years before North Korea.
Sie, Julie! Sie! Utai! Oh!
Toi, đi nào đi.
Wagwan! Kay Demon!
Ni, hoa.
You are Lee Chan, I believe.
You speak English?
A concession to your many years of professorship in the subject at Harbin University, Professor Lee.
I am no longer a professor. Since the war, I have become a shoemaker.
So I am informed. I am Lieutenant Te Mao of the People's Army of North Korea, now in charge of this sector.
The village of Chinchung is greatly honored, Lieutenant Mao.
I am also informed that you are not generally considered cooperative to our government, Professor Lee.
I have caused no trouble.
You have a granddaughter, I believe, Lee Song.
Yes.
Very pretty, I am told.
What do you mean, Lieutenant?
I mean you will become much more cooperative immediately. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
Good. Woman Chu! Tain!
A refugee from the north brought the information into Kusan yesterday, Ken. A man from the village of Chinchung.
Chinchung. Near the Manchurian border, isn't it, Chief?
That's right. About 70 miles inland from the Yellow Sea coast. And Ken, hold on to your hat. Roland Patterson is hiding out there.
Patterson? Patterson's alive?
I know what you mean. You heard he crashed at sea on that solo flight from Formosa last month. Only he didn't. Or at any rate, he was rescued.
Oh, thank God for that. He's the greatest expert in the world on Oriental affairs.
Ken, he predicted Pearl Harbor a year ahead of time. The invasion of South Korea 6 months before it happened. And probable Chinese intervention the day the UN forces crossed the 38th parallel.
Only then, nobody would believe him. And I think they're ready to now.
Except for one thing. He's not available. He's in North Korea, hiding out with a man named Lee Chan. Used to be a professor at Harbin.
I've heard of him.
Apparently, Patterson's in no shape to try and escape on his own.
Well, we've got to get him out some way.
That's right.
And from here, it looks like a one-man job.
I'm afraid so, Ken. If the enemy finds out he's there, well, that'll be that.
It's got to be secret. And it's got to be smooth.
Well, we're in contact now with the Army and Navy in Tokyo. They'll cooperate fully. Anything you want.
In that case, I guess I better plan the operation from there, Chief.
You can get a plane out in an hour. And, watch yourself, Ken.
Oh, sure.
Incidentally, it's almost too good to be true, but what's happened to Zellschmidt lately, I hope?
Pagan. The last time I saw him was when he got a telegram from Uncle Ahmed and took off for Washington.
Washington, huh?
You know something? I wish you hadn't asked me.
Why not?
Oh, well, you know. Speak of the devil. Chief, I'll call you from Tokyo.
Flight 7, Tokyo to Guam, now loading. Civilian passengers, please use gate C. Flight 7, now loading, Tokyo to Guam.
Pardon me, sir. You're Mr. Thurston, I believe?
That's right.
Lieutenant Commander Barnes, Naval Intelligence.
Oh,
I'm assigned as liaison officer to your project.
fine. It's good.
If you'll give me your check, I'll have your baggage cleared through customs and we'll go straight to headquarters.
Thanks, Commander. Here you are.
I'll be right back.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, it's nothing, my good man, nothing. Hello, Mr. Thurston.
Oh, no. I knew the chief shouldn't have asked.
Asked what, Mr. Thurston?
Pagan, what are you doing in Tokyo?
Oh, just making an honest buck or two.
Smuggling or black market?
Mr. Thurston, I'm the Far Eastern representative for Uncle Ahmed, Incorporated.
That still leaves the question open.
But he's strictly legitimate now. Very big at the Pentagon building. He's a 6%er, you understand?
6, eh? Nothing cheap about Uncle Ahmed. And you're the Far East representative.
Oh, sure. You see, I know the Orient, well, like the back of my head.
You don't say. Ever hear of the village of Chinchung in North Korea?
Ching Chung. Like 42nd Street.
Pagan, would you be interested in a little job?
Well, I'm pretty busy, Mr.
For,
Thurston.
say, $500?
I'm not that busy. What's the job?
Smuggling.
You know, for a second I thought you said smuggling.
Stick around, Pagan. Stick around.
We're crossing the main ridge of the Paisang Range now, Mr. Thurston. That Ching Chung's that spot of light right ahead of us there. You want a last-minute briefing?
No, I think it's straight enough, Commander. Those escort bombers will attract their attention by attacking the supply depot to the east, while we parachute into the foothills north of the village.
Right. And your next contact with us will be at Anshu Inlet on the seacoast, 70 miles west.
Yep. I've got the chance.
We'll have a PT boat standing by offshore every night from dusk till dawn, starting tomorrow night. They'll watch for your signal and take you off the beach.
Right. Well, guess we'd better start getting into these chutes.
Yeah, the escort bombers ought to be starting the runs about now. Here you are. Does your partner know yet?
No. Pagan, you better come get into this thing.
Oh, I'm plenty warm now, Mr. Thurston, with all these clothes you had put on. Hey, that's a parachute.
Yeah. Yep. Commander Barnes will show you how to get into the harness.
Oh, no, he won't. Oh, no, you're not going to catch me stepping 1 foot outside of this plane tonight.
There, look at the flashes from the first bomb run. We're about over the village now.
No, sir, I'm
Commander, what were your orders exactly?
To drop 2 men by chute, sir. I guess we'll have to throw Mr. Zellschmidt out somewhere over the Yellow Sea on the way back if he doesn't want
Never
to.
Never mind. How do we fasten this box? Boy, what a sacrifice. I thought we were just going to fly over the dump.
Come on, Pagan.
Well, you're on from here on, Mr. Thurston. I guess you know what that means in enemy territory.
Yep. I'll see you at Anshu.
Did he say enemy? That's enemy territory down there?
Sure. Go on, Pagan. Jump.
Stop pushing, Mr. Thurston. Oh!
So long, Commander.
Good luck.
Pagon. Pagon, where are you?
Over here, Mr. Thurston. I think I'm dead already.
Get out of that parachute and roll it up. Hurry. Here. Take my chute, too, and bury both of them. I want to check this map.
When's this plane coming back to pick us up, Mr. Thurston?
It isn't coming back.
Huh?
Our only way out of here is at Anshu Inlet, 70 miles west.
Oh, now I find out. Why don't I keep my big mouth shut?
I often wonder.
Why, I never even heard of this town, this Ching Chong.
You what?
Well, I mean, I thought I did at first.
Pagon, so help me, I ought to wring your neck. Now get to work. There it is. Shop on the left. Lee Chan Shoemaker.
It's a good thing all these characters go to bed early. Or we'd sure...
Quiet. That sounds like an army patrol. Yeah. Yeah, back between these buildings.
If I get out of this alive, I swear by the father of my father...
Shut up, will you? Come on. Let's head for Lee Chan's. That was our lucky break for tonight.
Lucky. When I lost 10 years of my life.
Here we are.
Oh, good. Nobody home. Let's go.
A friend. Open up. You're Professor Lee Chan?
Yes.
My name is Ken Thurston from the States. We've come for Roland Patterson.
Thank heaven. Come in quickly. Then my message did get through.
Yeah, how is he?
Very sick. Unconscious most of the time. Here, let me light the lamp. I was at my wit's end. They're very suspicious of me out here.
Who is it?
2 men who have come to take Mr. Patterson out of Korea.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Gentlemen, my granddaughter, Lee Song.
Oh, how do you? Where is Patterson, Professor Lee?
Right above us here. There is a narrow loft between the ceiling and the roof.
Good. Well, I think Patterson had better be moved as quickly as possible. Who's there?
Up into the loft. Both of you, quickly. Lee Song will...
Over here. One climbs up the shelves. Like this.
Ready?
Do not move around. Mr. Patterson is lying here behind us.
Good evening, Professor Lee. You are up late.
Yes, we both are.
It is the devil, Mao.
Perhaps the noise of the bombing awakened you. Or perhaps you knew there was going to be a bombing.
No, I knew nothing about it, Lieutenant.
Where is your granddaughter?
She went out somewhere.
Where?
I do not know where.
In other words, Professor Lee, you are of no use whatever to me.
He's drawn a gun.
Shh, Lisa.
And for those of no use to me, I have only one answer. This.
Ah!
He killed my grandfather.
Oh, Lisa.
He killed my grandfather.
What are you going to do, Mr. X?
Nothing. It's too late to help Lee Chan, and the important thing now is to get Patterson out of here.
Oh, I wish I would have stayed in Tokyo.
Why? This way you're learning about life. The kind of life they live in North Korea.
We'll continue with The Man Called X in just a moment. Here's a word from RCA Victor. Well, here it is, right in the middle of winter. There's nothing more fun these winter nights than curling up in front of a good warm television set and let the laughs, chuckles, and downright merriment of television entertainment warm the cockles of your heart. And if there's one thing that's more fun than just plain television, it's television on a new RCA Victor set. You probably know that RCA Victor television is America's favorite, that it's called Million Proof because almost 2 million families today are happily using RCA Victor television in their homes. And you'll know why when you watch the lifelike picture of RCA Victor's new model, the Kent, now on display at your RCA Victor dealers. The Kent brings you clear, big 17-inch pictures locked in place by RCA Victor's exclusive Eyewitness Picture Synchronizer. And then, too, look at the value of the Kent. It's like having console television at table model price. You'll say that RCA Victor television is the best way to warm up your heart with television fun and keep the frost off your pocketbook. Now Act Two of The Man Called X, starring Herbert Marshall with Leanne Belasco as Pagon Zellschmidt.
How much longer are we going to have to stay here in this barn and freeze ourselves, Mr. Thurston?
At least until Lee Song gets back from that farmhouse up there.
Well, another half an hour and it'll be daylight. Boy, what a night. I wish I was as unconscious as this Patterson guy.
Don't tempt me, Pagan. Now, keep those blankets around him.
Hey, he's breathing better. You know, that penicillin must be working.
No, he needs a doctor, though, badly. Wonder what's keeping her, anyway. I sent her up there about 20 minutes ago.
Mr. Thurston, maybe she's pulling a double cross.
No. With her guardian dead, her only chance now is to get out with us.
Hey, somebody's coming.
Mr. Thurston, I brought Guam back with me.
Good.
Welcome, Mr. Thurston. Has been a long time since conference in Seoul. Many changes.
How are you, Kwang? It's good to see you.
The song has said Mr. Patterson is with you. It is bad when friends dare not confide in one another.
We did not know who to trust. Forgive us.
This old one understands, child. In our country now, each man fears his brother.
Kwang, is there any way you can help the four of us get out of here toward Anshu Inlet?
Can take you in ox cart to Lushou, 12 miles west.
Ox cart, eh?
Is possible for you to lie in back, covered with load of straw.
It might work.
In Lushou, it's possible you can make further arrangements.
Yeah, I know a man there who may have a truck, if he's still alive. All right, Kwang. Let's hitch up the cart.
From a haystack in a barn to a haystack on wheels. And twice as cold, Mr. Thurston. You know, we're getting nowhere fast.
We're within a half mile of Lu Shou. It's better than walking.
But I'm allergic to hay.
I'm allergic to bullets. Lee Song, how's Mr. Patterson coming along?
He's all right, I think. He's sleeping again. Mr. Thurston, there's, a road guard station just ahead. It's necessary that we're very quiet.
Yeah, I understand. Now listen, I can't go myself. So are you sure you know where to find the man I told you about in Lu Shou?
Yes, I know. I've heard of him.
Well, Huang is going to drive us on through town in the cart. We'll wait for the truck on the Anshu Road. Got it?
Yes, I understand.
He don't move. See, you die. Hi, hi.
Hey, don't come at Kwan. Where you go, Kwan?
To Lushou with load of hay.
I know this one. It's
Load
from
of hay?
Chinchu.
Maybe something for black market.
No, nothing.
Maybe
Only
some
hay.
wheat, a fat pig.
No, nothing.
If he shoves that bayonet in here, I'll have to kill him and risk getting away.
Wait. Let me talk to him.
What do you mean?
I'm a woman.
All right. Have a try at it. I'll keep you covered.
Hey, have a care. What is it you try to do?
Lee Song, why are you there, hiding?
Sometime one wishes to run away from grandfather and see what things are in next village.
And Kwang is help you? Ha! Sly fox, old farmer Kwang.
But like you say, old.
Oh, in 3 hours, one would be off duty here.
In 3 hours, it's possible one would be in marketplace. Drive on, Kwang. Hoi!
Hi.
3 hours. 3 hours, Lee Song.
Mr. Thurston, I haven't breathed for 5 minutes.
Well, you can thank Lee Song that you're breathing at all. She's got a lot of courage.
Oh, I don't know. I doubt if we were in real danger. Hey, look. I tore my coat sleeve on a nail or something.
It wasn't a nail. That's where the guard poked that bayonet through the hay when he...
Oh!
Idiot! Oh, this is a fine time to faint. Easy now, Pager. Let's slide him into the back of the truck.
I've got his shoulders, Mr. Thurston. Now!
All right. Now, get those blankets around him. He's in no shape to stand a chill.
The owner did not dare to wait, Mr. Thurston. He left the truck and walked back to town. He'll report it as stolen tomorrow.
Good idea. There's certainly no point at... Oh, what's this? Oh, half a dozen hand grenades. Well, let's hang on to them.
How about letting me drive, Mr. Thurston? I know these Japanese army trucks will just like the...
Like the back of your hat, huh?
Just give me one of those things with a tank full of octanes, and I'm off like a bat out of my belfry.
Well, hurry up. We're pushing our luck.
Okay, everybody, hang on. Motor must be cold. It always takes a while for these, you know. It must be flooded. Or something.
All right, Pig, I'll move over.
But, Mr. Thurston, just give me a little time to... What did you do?
Turned on the switch. Well, it's 50 miles to Anshu, and from here on, anything can happen.
But why? It's all open country. There are no more guard stations.
Oh, well, just call it a hunch. Things have been too easy, Lee Song. Far too easy. Well, Anshu Inlet, end of the line.
Boy, it's so dark I can't see the nose in front of my face.
How will we find the boat, Mr. Thurston?
We won't. It'll find us as soon as I signal. Let's get Patterson down to the beach first.
Do not move, any of you.
Huh?
You are covered by a dozen rifles. Panchadi, light the lanterns.
Lieutenant Lamau.
Yes, my dear. I don't believe I've met your friends, though we did find their parachutes.
Pagan?
Oh, the ground was froze, Mr. Thurston. I couldn't bury them.
Ah, Thurston, the famous Mr. X. We are fortunate tonight. The Patterson you mentioned will have to be identified later.
How did you know where to look for us?
First, the parachutes. Second, Lee Song reported heading west by a road guard. Third, my own intelligence.
Yes, congratulations.
Nothing, really. And now, Lee Song, if you would move a few steps to one side. The accuracy of a machine gun is never quite dependable.
No.
Oh, please, my dear. You have nothing to worry about. I have entirely different plans for you.
As a matter of fact, I think you better change all your plans, Lieutenant. Do you notice what I've been holding in my hand?
A hand grenade?
That's right. The pin has been pulled, so don't move. If I release this, you're too close to me to get away. Order your men to drop their arms.
Pingdo! Yumabulo! Xiangwotai!
Pagon, take his machine gun.
Okay, Mr. Thurston. Thanks, Chum.
Now, Lieutenant, order your men to hit the road east, fast. In 10 seconds, I'm going to heave this grenade after them.
Bingdao! Daiju tu bang!
I guess we can signal that Navy boat now and get out of here.
Hey, Mr. Thurston, what about that hand grenade?
Yeah, I guess the time's about up. Pick up your feet, boys. Up. Lieutenant Mao, you're a prisoner of war.
All right, boys, lay him there in the center of the launch and keep him covered up. We've got a Navy medic out there on the PT boat.
Good. He's come through it pretty well, Commander, but he should have attention. Oh, sit here, Lee Song.
Thank Thurston.
Okay, shove off. Keep your eye on that prisoner.
Mr. Thurston, if I ever leave this United States again, it's only going to be over my dead body.
All right, kick him over. Let's go.
Goodbye, Grandfather.
What the... Now, did you have some more men there?
I think it is the same ones who have come back. They were undoubtedly puzzled by my orders and have decided I was a traitor.
Well, we'll be out of range in a few seconds. Holy son. Here's the flashlight.
Mr. Thurston, she's,
Yeah. Pagon, give me that machine gun. Thanks. All right. Whichever one of you fired that shot... and all the other shots at all the other helpless people in the world...
That stopped them, Mr. X. They're not shooting anymore.
I'm afraid it's too late to do her any good, though.
I know.
Well, at least one thing worked out all right, Mr. Thurston. You rescued the expert you went after.
Yes, and we need him. We need any man who can tell when and where the next war may strike. No question of it. But even more, we need a man who can show us how to end wars. And when you come right down to it, the kind of expert mankind needs most today is an expert on mankind.
Our star, Herbert Marshall, will return in just a moment. If you would like to know a quick, easy way to ease the pain of headache, neuritis, or neuralgia, then by all means try Anacin. Your own dentist or physician may, at one time or another, have handed you an envelope containing Anacin tablets. Then you already know how incredibly fast and effectively Anacin brings relief. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proven active ingredients. For your own sake, try Anacin. Anacin is sold to you on this guarantee. If the first few tablets do not give you all the relief you want, as fast as you want it, you may return the unused portion and your money will be refunded. You can get Anacin tablets at any drug counter. Anacin comes in handy boxes of 12 and 30 tablets and economical family-size bottles of 50 and 100. Now, here is our star, Mr. Herbert Marshall.
Thanks for being with us. And you ought to know that the others you heard were Peggy Webber, Will Wright, Lalchand Mehra, Byron Kane, Ted Osborne, and Bill Conrad. Next week, Ken goes to Iran in search of a tiny bit of microfilm that may hold the key to peace in this world. And Pagan, oh yes, you'll be along in the person of Leon Belasco. So join us, won't you, when next I return as The Man Called X. Good night.
The Man Called X is a Saturday night feature on NBC's 5-show festival of comedy, music, mystery, and drama. Brought to you by RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, first in television. And by the makers of Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia. The Man Called X, starring Herbert Marshall, is a J. Richard Kennedy production with music composed and conducted by Felix Mills. Tonight's story was written by Les Crutchfield. All characters and incidents on this program are fictitious, and any resemblance to actual characters or incidents is purely coincidental. Be sure to listen tomorrow evening for The Big Show with Tallulah Bankhead and a great parade of stars, the Sunday night feature of NBC's All-Star Festival. And until next week, same time and station, this is Jack Latham saying good night for The Man Called X. Join your hit parade and have fun with Dennis Day, both on NBC.